marketing, entrepreneurship, and all things small business. You're listening to the Jurassic Marketing's Triceratops. Now, here's your host, Justin Miller.
Do you realize, Kevin, that if we do this for a few more months, we're at 100 episodes?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
No one thought it was possible.
Took what, like 5 years?
Yeah, maybe
A lot of iterations between video back to audio, back to a different version of audio, back to video, and we.
But think about that first couple episodes when we did the iPad video, and this is a much. If people could see the behind, maybe we'll do a behind the scenes like video.
I'll shoot a.
There's a lot going on in here.
Online. There is, and the tech keeps getting cheaper and better too, which helps. Today, speaking of cheap, we're talking about promos.
Okay.
Specifically, Black Friday promo. So if you've done your job, they're hearing this like a few weeks before Black Friday.
Correct. Yes. Because we've talked about Black Friday a little bit and Thanksgiving in the previous episode.
We did. We wove it in a little bit, but I think it gets a standalone here. I think we talked about how it had changed a little over the years, which is worth recapping as well. But one of the biggest things, as we're recording this right now, we have. I can still hear those dinosaurs. We have our sales team out at a Thrive conference.
Okay.
And also, I saw on my social feed that the high level conference is going on as well. At the exact same time, or at least like kind of back to back. So there's a lot going on in the digital world, which is very accurate for what happens on Black Friday as well. Because I remember all the time we were focused on digital and email campaigns around here. Around Black Friday was the worst time of year. Black Friday was the worst time of year to try and get emails delivered.
Sure.
Regardless of service provider, by the way. It didn't matter which software platform you were on. And that's because there's just so much competition.
Sure.
Everyone is doing something for Black Friday, which usually when everyone's doing something, like say do the opposite, like run the other direction, there's probably a balance between running both directions because it's not necessarily an either or. So there's money to be made on Black Friday, but it's tough to do online.
It really is. And even if I'm buying clothes or appliances, clearly Black Friday, it's just the thing. There's always a deal going on in October. There's a deal going on. Black Friday is still relevant, but it's not the only day to get your giant discount. If you haven't purchased before Black Friday, you just didn't find a deal you liked.
Yeah, it's Black Friday year round, I think.
Yeah.
And even the term gets thrown around multiple times a year now.
Yeah.
It's like Black Friday every day if you're subscribed to Woot. I'm buying miscellaneous stuff off there. But the email, hey, some of this equipment came from there.
That's true.
The email inbox is it's a mess. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
Like the week of lead up and maybe the week after, it is bad. It's kind of like a race to the bottom for price and everything, price and attention. And as a consumer, like you're overwhelmed. So if I go back to when I think Black Friday meant something, I pictured Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house in Burlington, Iowa.
Yep.
And you'd get the Thanksgiving newspaper, and it would have like these super thick ads in it of all the sales coming on Black Friday.
Yeah.
But that was just like one of the activities to kill time while I was there. And I don't know, the adults were probably drinking or something, but flipping
that was
through
the
all
thing.
the ads.
You're right. It was kind of the thing to go like, what does Target have versus Walmart? Are we going to Best Buy? Do we go there now? Do we go at 6 a.m? I like now if someone said to me, hey, let's go out at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would be like, that's stupid. I can buy that from my couch watching football on Thursday night.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then they moved it back to midnight, remember?
Yes, true.
And, the chaos, I think the lore of Black Friday has not been experienced in several years.
No, I think there's some people. There's a generation now that doesn't know the fun of, for me, some of it was just people watching.
Well, you had to dodge them too.
You had to dodge them because you could get hurt. But I mean, and it was a various level. There was like the Best Buy interactions where no one's going to get in a fist fight. Target a little bit more. You go to Walmart and it was like, I'm just going to stand back here and watch. Like someone is going to have a fight over a $94 TV that's going to work for 6 months.
Oh, I do remember being in a Best Buy line one year, and I wasn't a big Black Friday shopper, but there was one year I went at like 4 a.m. to get a laptop.
Set up a tent?
I did not set up a tent. We weren't there that long, but we were there a couple hours before open. And the biggest problem was we were there a couple hours after open as well, just to get through the checkout. You know, all the systems are crashing. And, so there's your history lesson if you're too young to have experienced the nonsense that is or was in-person Black Friday sales. Still exists, but I don't think it's the same. And part of it's what you alluded to, like there's discounts.
Well, and the other thing is I also think people generally shop less in person at malls now, or I mean, that's what I mean. So you have the combo of it's sales all year long or weeks leading up to it. Also, you can buy most of what you can get in a store now online or at the store's website. Why even go into the store?
Yeah, I mean, you're avoiding the chaos, right?
Unless you like that. Some people use that would be the thing. That was like the whole let's go watch people.
Some sort of weird family bonding experience or friends bonding experience. Exactly. People made T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it was just so they could find them if they got knocked down. There was chaos in the stores. Now I think the chaos has moved online.
Oh, absolutely.
It's moved online. It's moved to the inbox from a marketer's perspective. The Black Friday chaos is in the inbox. And I'm going to encourage you to get to the mailbox.
I was just going to say, there's no way to really get to the top of the inbox because it's you and hundreds of other businesses or people. So you're right. I mean, go where everyone else isn't, right?
Yeah, and this is true like all year long, right? But we're just at least 10x the amount of promotional email you get during the Black Friday window, we'll call it. There probably are some pieces coming in the physical mailbox, but I can't think of any that stick out in my mind. Now that I say that, I'm going to start receiving them, but I don't know. Have we connected the phones yet where they hear you talking and then you get offline stuff? Yeah. We have that online, surely.
True.
It'd be scary when we get there. It's coming, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I would encourage people, our audience anyway, who are primarily service providers, to take advantage and tie into Black Friday because, as I've said before, it's the time where the wallets are open. It's easy to get money when the wallets and purses are open already. So use it. Kind of roll your eyes as you do it if you're like me, but, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah.
Get something in the mailbox, like a week prior. So that means if you're listening to this, the week I think it's coming out, you got about a week to pull this off.
Yeah, you got to start on this now.
Yeah. Don't make it overly complex.
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be. It can be simple. It just needs to be there. The mailbox is less crowded. You're not going to be competing against as many people.
Oh, I guess I should point out, who this is going to. I would not necessarily recommend this being a cold list. I would use your existing lead and client list for this particular mailing. Because historically, Black Friday, when it worked and people jumped at the offers, it was getting fence sitters to make a decision.
Correct.
So if you had built up leads throughout the 3, 6, 9, 12 months prior, there was always a certain amount of people there that could be persuaded to buy at that moment in time.
Yeah.
Given a reason.
Yep. And that reason normally was just a better price.
Yep. That's all it had to be.
Yeah.
And it's Black Friday, so it's going to be gone after Friday.
Yeah.
Until we invented Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday. And use them all if you want.
But it just waters it. You're right. It just waters it down. My DJ business, your former business is a perfect example. When it was a Black Friday in-person sale, or even when I started doing it online, you had to do it that day. It wasn't available on Saturday.
We had people sitting in the little front, I don't even want to call it a lobby. It was like a breezeway to the building at 4 a.m. to get discounts on wedding services, which at that point in time was fairly unheard of in that industry. I'm sure that it's been abused now, but it worked.
Well, for a small business, not a retailer, small business like me, it provided unbelievable cash flow.
Oh, yeah.
At a time of the year where you're going into a season where it's not going to be very good. Granted, I'll trade the, 30, 25% off knowing that you're going to pay me in full.
Yeah, I mean that for a seasonal business, and I guess you could model this for other businesses that are seasonal at different times of year too. You got to have the reason why now, and it can't be we're short on cash right now.
Sure. Yeah, we never led with that, but it was like you're right. It just was that was another win of it that, I'd like you to give me all of the money minus the discount instead of like here's a discount and just give me a deposit.
Yeah, so there was always give and take, as there usually should be in most promos. We don't give without taking something, as bad as that sounds. Quid pro quo.
Sure.
And in that particular case, the way I used to teach and structure that in the event industry was, full pay up front, and here's your discount.
Yeah.
So you had a good reason, and there were, it wasn't like we didn't need that money that time of year. That floated us through the off season. So, yeah.
But it worked so well because it was one day only, and do it now. It wasn't like, hey, we'll have another.
It was like 2 hours only too.
Yeah.
It was the best day in that business that from a fun aspect we had.
Sure.
We physically set up for a nice environment the day before, and we came in the day after Thanksgiving for 2 hours, collected more money than we'd ever do on a single day, and then went home.
It's because you weren't at Walmart until 3 a.m. anymore. So you're like, let's go make some money.
It was much better being on the opposite side of Black Friday.
But it worked too because they knew that there wasn't another deal the next day on Small Business Saturday or on Cyber Monday. They weren't going to get a deal. It was get it now or.
No, and if I did, which I believe I did have an offer after, it was a second chance offer and it wasn't as good.
Yes.
So it's like, you decided to go to Best Buy instead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's still an offer. Not quite as good, but it was still pretty good, by the way. Well, it wasn't quite as good. All right, so let's talk about if we're going to send something in the mail, what's it look like? And that particular campaign was built around an opt-in strategy, and probably at some point we'll teach it. I'll find a different seasonality type for it, and we'll go deep on it. This particular one, if we're coming like a week before Thanksgiving, you probably don't need to go extreme on the physical piece. I think you get away with an oversized postcard. A little more attention than the medical bill showing up in the mailbox.
I mean, the pop-up turkeys are gone.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I had someone ask me about that. I was like,
for the right price.
For the right price, we can do anything.
Sorry, tariffs went up. This is going to be really expensive.
True.
Turkeys
they're outlawed.
You're better off just tossing a label on a real one. The post office will mail birds, by the way. So.
Live birds or any kind of bird?
Oh, no. Well, I don't know if you can send dead ones. I suppose you can. One of the expos I was at, the Bird Shippers of America were a booth. But
that's crazy.
Thanks for getting me way off script.
Yeah, really. Right over here.
Oversized postcards are something to get enough attention besides a standard mail piece, but not overboard. Like, we don't need the catalog this time of year. It's going to get lost in the other ad circulars. So oversized postcard, also envelope, like a 6x9 envelope, like a little larger than normal with printing on it, like a gift for you, maybe a ribbon tie on it. An envelope can have more than just a couple addresses and a stamp on it. A lot of people miss an opportunity there to put copy and design on that. So a gift style envelope would be great. And that allows you to come across a little more personal, because if you do the envelope, then you can do the letter inside.
Sure.
You can use paragraphs. You don't have to just have the ad circular, which I'll have future episode here. I got the ad circular for Target, so you Target lovers, probably next episode that's posted after this.
There we go.
Use all your tracking stuff like normal. QR codes, phone numbers. Let's see if people are investigating this further.
Okay.
I don't think you have to put the whole offer on the piece. I think you can tease and push to online. Don't push to email, because then you're back in like the clutter, but you can push to a landing page.
So if you're going to push them there, are you going to use a QR code, or are you going to trust that they're going to read your landing page and go to it?
Both.
Okay.
So multiple calls to action are always better. So and you can always put the phone number. If you do customer service, it's one-on-one. Like, we are a consultative sale here.
You think someone's actually going to call you? I mean, do people still make phone calls when they want something?
I mean, some do.
I know.
Some will text.
But isn't that crazy to think that like if you want it bad enough, you won't even pick up the phone and call. Surely we're not going to the store, and now we might not even call.
I mean, this was going on yesterday with Ron, who's an acquaintance of mine, who's trying to get a postcard job through, and I got in the middle of this one somehow, which he and my staff probably both wish I didn't.
Sure.
But we went back and forth like 6 quick emails, and I picked up the phone. He was like, "Get tired of back and forth emails?" I'm like, "Yep, let's get this done."
Get it done.
Yeah, business still done on the phone sometimes. So have your offer, have something to get the fence sitters over. If you have a more complex sale and it requires, consultation or a lot of details before you can move them forward, this is also a good promo and time of year to set up future sales. So don't just think immediate bank, but deposit into future bank.
So not
well.
something that just stand alone and then in January, let's figure it out all over again.
Yeah, so it's not quite you got your 2 hours to buy stuff and then it's gone.
Yep.
Like, if that fits your model, use it. It works. If it doesn't, this helps set the stage.
Okay.
So this and the Thanksgiving cards we talked about, which that
they all
episode's
kind of
live.
lead together. Yeah, that's right. I mean, they all lead together. It's not like what I'm hearing. The recurring thing in the last couple episodes is that it all can tie together. It isn't just like do this for Thanksgiving, do this for Black Friday, do this in the first quarter.
Yeah, look, the math works a lot better when things work together. Because as standalone, it's so hard to work. This is the equivalent of when someone comes and wants to mail one piece. Like, there's so much synergy between multi-pieces and multimedia, by the way.
Yes.
I'm just negating online in this particular week of the year because it's very hard and expensive to get in front of people. But there is some lift there from online. But doing this promo, regardless, even if you do a time sensitive and they don't take advantage of it, it sets up future sales.
Yeah.
So this happens every time we do a promo. A lot of times we do webinars, or I'll do the webinar. You're back in the room for
I'm
that
back
one.
there, yeah. Pushing buttons.
But we'll have one topic. So the last one we recorded was Every Door Direct Mail, which I'm sure you remember that.
It's my new favorite way to send mail to people.
Hi, neighbors.
I would just like to say hi to everyone in my neighborhood. Can you do this for me?
Christmas cards for all.
You don't know me, but I'd like to say Merry Christmas.
So when we do the webinars, yes, we get a couple leads about the topic we were discussing. But we always get continued conversations from before that this re-sparked something else.
Can you do this for me? I'd like to try this. How can I do this?
So like the business owner in me is like, I put all that time and effort in talking Every Door Direct Mail.
Yeah.
How many of those did you sell, sales team? We got like 3 leads and talked to. And then they're very quick to tell me, but this person came back, this one was watching and did this one. So you really have to look at like the holistic approach.
It is more of a long-term strategy if you look at the big picture.
Yeah, and that's just, again, it's getting people off the fence. It's just we didn't realize which fence they were sitting on.
Oh, that's a good point. That the fence that you're pushing might not be the one they need, but they're like, well, let me see what else.
We reestablished the pain that had them looking in the first point.
And as I'm thinking, you're talking about all the things that are related together. I'm thinking as a small business owner too. One of the nice things about your business is, as a small business guy, I'd be like, okay, he's telling me they all got to tie together. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, how? Please help me.
Yeah, I'm not intentionally setting up more work here. You are right though.
But it's like it's easier for me to just come to you and say, okay, guide me through this. You're saying these should be together. Or like, what are we doing for Thanksgiving? What are we doing for Black Friday? Your team can walk you through that, as opposed to me saying, well, Justin says I should be doing all this, but I have no idea how they all fit together.
Yeah, look, this one, let's stick really tactical on, because if you're hearing this, considering doing it, you got like a 1 to 2 week window.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 options. Do it on your own. It's fine. Or if you're planning to have us do something for you, like immediately is the time to, I would text on this one. So you're talking about response methods. Yep. I would text.
Yeah.
309-767-0004. Just text, because that's going to ping our sales team cell phones. And they can talk through what that looks like and how to get this thing out in time. And if too many people do that, I'll be in trouble for really releasing this a little later than it should have been released.
Sure.
But, we actually have content.
It's true. It's true.
We're not like last minute on these.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, if you want to do that, you want to get help, now's the time. Reach out, and it doesn't have to be overly complex. Again, this is a touch point. You need a little more attention than normal, so oversized is probably justified in this case. And you have the why now, like it's Black Friday. That's all. Like, don't dig too deep psychologically into it. That's all it is. So you have the why now. You just need to think of the offer and tie it into the why now. Mm-hmm. You're good to go.
You don't have to make it complicated.
Please don't. For your sake, for our sake.
I was going to say.
Also for your client's sake or your prospect's sake.
Make it simple.
We see some being in the direct response Dan Kennedy world, we see some long-form copy come through every once in a while that is probably hurting itself more than helping.
Okay.
Like I'm reading a piece, and I don't read all the pieces, by the way, so if you send us print-ready stuff, don't think I'm reading them all. But I'm reading the piece, and it just changes topic. This happened recently, actually. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, I was following everything perfectly. I knew what you were trying to sell me, and then, like, I don't get this. So, yeah, keep this one very simple, short and sweet. Clear call to action, multiple response mechanisms, and clear deadline, and that's it. Do it. Doesn't sound too complex. It will take a little bit of work. You are limited on time. Do it now. Report back how it went for you. We're curious. Even if you didn't use us, by the way, we love direct mail success stories. Or if you share failure stories, we can actually do a diagnosis on it, and that would help people as well that are struggling to make things work. But yeah, reach out. Maybe we'll get you on the podcast here if you want to talk about it.
I think the technology allows it. I think we've finally gotten to a point now where we can bring you on the show if you're wanting to.
We need like a mirror here so we can show them.
That's true. I mean, there is a lot going on over here. It really is.
So yeah, we get you on the show, or if you have something of your own that works, or if you want to debate with me about what works, that's fine because we'll just take what you works. It's okay if multiple things work, and we'll go from there. And next episode I'm guessing we'll release probably too close to Black Friday to do this, but stay tuned. We have some cool tactical stuff the rest of the year. So you haven't seen the scripts yet, but we have a lot of year-end wrap-up stuff coming December. That's like biggest mistakes we saw throughout the year.
Oh yeah.
There's some prep for 2026 type stuff, but a lot of cool content. So people get busy this time of year, tend to fall off, but keep an eye out for the releases, and you should enjoy them.
Thanks for listening to the Triceratops podcast. Be sure to subscribe and leave your comments. For more information on how Jurassic Marketing Direct Mail can help grow your business, visit JurassicMarketing.com.